got this Genmitsu 3018 CNC to assemble. It's an entry-level CNC from Genmitsu, Saint Smart, and let's make it. It comes in parts. It doesn't come pre-mounted like most of the more expensive ones. I wanted to compare it to my 3020 model that I have over there. So let's start by assembling it, and then I'll be able to do some videos about comparisons between both. So let's get going. I already opened this because I wanted to prepare a few things. I put a project in the SD card so I can make one right away once we're ready. Okay. And then I prepared some spoil board protectors so I can do a cut right through without damaging the aluminum. So I'm going to stick those on there later. Else we're starting from zero. I've not even read the instructions, so this is new to me also. Alright, part 2 assembly. Let's get going. So we're not going to need this right now. Do this step. Let's build the first part of the frame. Oh, so is it not loud enough, or you can't hear me, period? I can raise the volume, probably. Let me go see. I can wear it. I guess that's what they're meant to be used as. It's still low. Let me see. There should be settings for that. Oh, okay. I'll leave it that way for now and speak a little bit louder. I'm used to just doing voiceovers, and it's a lot more controlled than doing this. Alright, cool. Thanks. Yeah, that's pretty tight. I guess those little mics like this one are meant to be used like real close. I raised it a little bit in the streaming app. Alright. Cool, thanks. So 2 of those. 4 sliders. Where are those? Oh, they're there. 4 of those. Are they all the same? No, this one is different. Bolts. M516, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna put all of them in there, all the same. Okay, so this is the sides. I'm gonna change the angle so you guys see better now that I started. All right, it should be better, a better view. So two of those like this. Two of those like this. The more expensive ones have flat bars here. It's more stable, but this is entry level, so I'm still gonna push it hard. You guys are gonna see. I'm gonna cut aluminum with it. Not today, but I will. Today I'm gonna cut a ring box made out of wood. Okay. Okay. I think I got a screwdriver of this size. It would be better. No, it's smaller. I have to use the shitty tools that it comes with. Does it even come with the tools? Oh yeah, it does. Two hours, I'm gonna beat that. I've built some Ender 3 printers and stuff back in the day, and it was harder than this seems to be. The 3020 I have, it just came out of the box. You just bolted the sides on. It took 10 minutes maybe. I'm not gonna tighten those right now, so it stays square. It's tiny. I have the Cubico. I don't know if you guys saw the videos, but from what I saw, this is basically the same power and pretty much the same everything. Just a lot bigger and without all the fancy screens and stuff. Oh, so this bar is not the right length. I just realized. Alright. That's the right one. Is there other steps in this one? Make sure it's square and that the sliders I install on the guide rails with the holes to the front and the rear of the base. Oh, okay. Good thing I read this. They are not that way. Okay. Okay, this is just one screw. Good. So, okay, I see. Like this, like this. Okay, like this, and like this. Oh, that's on me. It was pretty clear. Okay, so to make sure it's square, I'm gonna do it on a piece of plywood. Because my bench top is not square, not at all. Not for a CNC. I'm just gonna tighten like at 90%. Then I'm gonna go around and finish them. It seems pretty straight though. Alright, now I tighten them. It's the next step. Oh, cool. This goes pretty fast. There's a spoiled board and lots of T-nuts. Okay, so I need the spoil board, the lead screw, one. I did the same length, probably not. I'm not sure. Okay, so 295 millimeter. It's this one. One stepper motor. Some smaller bolts. I think it's, yeah, looks like this. this nut seat that they call, one coupling, an anti-backlash spring, which is this. I'm not sure what that does, but we'll see. T-nuts, 10 of them, so that's pretty much all of them, I guess. So let's get going. So they put the small hole in the front, all of those pointing up. Take a T-nut, like this, and it's the same nuts as earlier, I believe. Yeah. And the square bit towards the bottom. Alright, that's a little repetitive. Let's get going. So okay, I can spin the nut on it. It's gonna be faster, I think. There we go. The screw is pretty long. Is it really those? 16 millimeters. Yeah, it is. Two more. And there's two left for something else, I guess, or extras, I'm not sure. So this one, the metal piece, the brass piece goes copper, goes like this. No, the spring first. Okay. And this goes with the screw going through it, with the brass part towards me. The screw comes in from here. The other side. Let's go. So the screw has to go through my thing. Alright, I got it. And it just sits here. The motor like this. Okay, that's the small bolts. Oops. Where are the tools? Here. So this one. Okay. So I guess I can just do the motor and then do the coupling as a step. There's not really any steps, but it's all drawings, but I honestly prefer drawings like this when they're nice and colored and detailed like those ones. It's pretty easy to follow this. I prefer that over a list of tasks to do for sure. If you guys have any ideas of stuff you want me to test on this, I'm willing to push it pretty hard, so just give me suggestions and I'll probably get to it. I told them when I asked for this machine that I was gonna buy it mostly to test it out against more expensive and better machines, just to so people can see when entry level is enough for them, which is a lot of people, I'm pretty sure. Don't need the $1,000 machine to just tinker and cut some wood and even aluminum. I'm pretty sure this is gonna do as well as the Cubico, which did pretty well. Okay, where's my water? Oh, there. So the coupling, is it loose already? Probably not. Okay, there's a wide side. Did they say anything about how tight it needs to be? Oh. The ones I got on the bigger CNC are not like that. They're like rubber teeth rubbing into each other. Oh, I took out the nut. They can't slip, the ones on the bigger CNC. They would need to rip apart before they'd slip. This, I guess, could slip, but it probably won't be powerful enough to make it slip. All right. Oops. I'm not understanding something about this because it's not tightening against this. Wait, what did they say? There's screws on both sides. That's why. Okay. I get it. There's one pushing from both sides. I was just doing one, and the other one was too much in, so it never sat properly. I'll prepare it properly, and it's gonna be perfect. All right, let me feel it. And then on the motor, alright, I was wondering why it wasn't sitting square. I think I'm done with this. Does it say to slide the spar board right now? Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay. You gotta be pretty synchronized so it doesn't fall out. Alright, now it's gonna be easier from now on. Does the middle one have? Oh, that's what they were for. Okay. The T-nuts on the middle one. I said there was 2 left earlier. It won't be able to move front and back if I don't do this one. Alright. This comes with, I believe, a 10k RPM motor, like the Cubico, and for like $20 you can get the 20k RPM one, which I did for the Cubico. It made it really loud though compared, so I might just take it out of the Cubico and put it on this. Oh, gotta turn it so it's more centered. If I do that, it wouldn't matter if this one is loud, and it would bring back the Cubico to the less loud, which is one of its core features, I guess, not being loud. So I'm gonna probably experiment with switching it out on this one. It's a quick plug and play. Almost there. I should have installed it there earlier. Well, let's go. You need 3 hands to do this perfectly. 2 big ones is not the way. I got this. Alright. 2 more and they're gonna be easy. Okay. So how do you square this up? Does it even matter? I guess it doesn't really. They don't have a way to do it. Oh. I want it at least a little bit tighter than this for now. I'd like to square it up properly later, see how I can do it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I wanted. Now I can move it. Is it centered? Oh, doesn't matter. It's just left to right and rotationally. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. It's still good. It's a little bit too much to the right. Okay, that's perfect. Let's go. Those plastic connectors probably help reduce some of the vibration that's getting to the table. I don't hate the concept. Trying to see where the brass piece is supposed to. I think it should have been sitting in this before I... I'm wondering how to fix this. Oh yeah, I know how to fix it. Just need to. I should learn to look at instructions better. It was in the piece in the image. But it won't be long to remove this. I guess it was better from here. I guess that's where the 2 hours comes in. Fixing a little bit of errors on the way. Okay. So I should be able to take out the screw entirely now. And then insert the brass piece in the plastic piece like I was supposed to, while the thread comes in. Okay. I'll take a new spring. This one is pretty squished. I'll have to fix it if it's needed in another step. So this goes in. This goes in all the way. And then the threads come in. Yeah, I could not have fixed that without removing the motor or the spoil board, but this was easier. So I don't even understand what the point of this piece is, but whatever. I'm gonna put all the pieces. Okay, back to where I was, but proper. So what's the next step? That's not a step, it just shows you what you got. Perfect. One last twist. All done. Oh, cool. We put the sides now. So that is here. They call them Bakelite resin. Oh, okay, they're made out of resin. I get it. So it's not just any plastic or something. They're printed or something. They are dense and heavy. I like it. Okay, so is there a difference? They go like this. Yeah, there's one with the big hole, which goes to the right, with T-nuts and the same bolts as earlier. With tiny T-nuts, which are here. I like those ones that you don't have to put in first. It made me panic for a second that they told me to do that earlier, which I've done before many times. Having to trace back because I didn't put the T-nuts in. I'm gonna prepare it here. They say it must be 90 degrees to the base, so I'm gonna go get a square next. Yes. Alright, is there a distance or something? Oh yeah, okay. 46.5 millimeters. Let's see. Start by having it not fall off. And it's... I guess I'm gonna put a line at that and then go to the line. Okay. 0.5 millimeters, that's some precision. Alright. So 46.5 is... It's too tight to move now. Okay. 46.5. So that's 45, 46.5. Yeah, we can actually see it. 0.5. I'll give him that. Okay. They don't put the left one right now. You put the rest of the stuff first. It's still the same bolts. Yeah, it's pretty much always the same stuff except for the motors. Can I just hang those loose like that? No, let's try it. They're not that heavy. If I have to, I'll put it on its side. Oh yeah, that's fine. Doesn't feel like they're twisting or anything. I love the black look of this machine. That's pretty cool. It's always gray and like this color, but I like the matte black look of this. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this is there. That wasn't there at all. That was a rod. That goes to the bottom side. Okay. Oh, it's here. Again, me not looking at instructions properly. I was concentrated on the colors. That's ADHD for you. All right. So this right here, that's a little bit heavier. Is it going to be okay? And right below that, the same as the other rod. So here. It's going to be hard to screw the motor. I should have done that first, I guess. Too late. So the motor, the connections towards, they don't see. I'll put them towards the back. Yep. Okay, so this whole assembly, just slide it in like this. Now this is going to be heavy. Let's see. I guess I should tighten all the stuff at the other end first. More so those rods. Cool. We're getting there. So, okay, there's that spring thing again. I'm going to try to reuse the spring that I squished earlier. Where does it go? Oh. I put this upside down. The motor pointing down. Alright. That'll be better. This goes there. This goes there. And a lead screw. You can prepare it in advance, so that's going to make it easier a little bit. Okay, I got the spring situation figured out this time. No back tracing. And I will tighten the motor before I continue because it's gonna be inaccessible to do it easily. It already feels that way. Alright, that's it. So now I should put the coupling first so I can slide it on. Okay, let's push it so it goes a little bit more in the middle. So am I skipping steps now? No, not all good. So now I push this in there. We screw it. And then the lead screw should move the X assembly freely. Now, I did like earlier. Oops. Gotta really make it loose, the Allen keys for the couplers. If you're watching this for a tutorial, get them all almost popping out, else it doesn't bite on the threads and then pops it out when you screw it. So this should work. Yep. Now the lead screw should move. Yep. This is that assembly. All done. So we're doing the other side now, which is just T-nuts and bolts. This way. Yep. 2 more. Oops. I'm sure I checked it. Yep. Okay. On the image, like those two curves are equal, and they're not. So it's the small curve in the back, I assume. I hope so. Because that's what I did on the other side. That's what it's going to be. I guess if you do the same on both sides, it doesn't matter. So I gotta switch out those. So it's the small curve in the back, like this. Okay. Oops, I lost the bolt. I have to go get it. It fell in a dog hole. Maybe there's extras. I would say there is extras because the spring part, there's the last one and I don't see where it would go. Alright, for good this time. Okay. Is it the same bolts? Always is. I don't know if the one that fell is the only extra, but there's no more. We'll see. I'd be tempted to say it was the only extra. We'll put that sitting up. Oh no, there is a spring here. Oh wait, that's what I did to install this. Okay. I didn't measure the millimeters of the other one, but I guess I should. Before screwing the T-nuts at the bottom. I just assumed they would fall in place naturally, but it probably would be wise to measure them. Mine's not screwing into the rod. Oh, I got it. Not sure why it wasn't grabbing onto the threads, but it did now. What is this hole even for? I put a screw in there, I was screwing it at nothing. Did I miss something? No, it's just unused. Okay, that's weird. So I guess we have 2 extra screws. Oh yeah, the T-nuts. Those aren't tight. So 46.5 millimeters. Let's see. We're at 40, yeah, we're not there. 47, 46.5. Yeah, I do have to hold it in place. Screws. I'm going to put one in and go confirm. Yeah, 46.5. I'm going to confirm on the other side first. That's more like 47. I'll put 47 here. I can't imagine it matters. Alright, tightening this up. And then what's the next step? To not over tighten this bolt. Oh, to put the spindle in. I guess we're pretty much done, except the electronics after this. Or point it towards the camera and readjust for the next steps. So they say to put it in there until about ½ an inch of sleeve is showing. Is that at the top or bottom or both? It's when it's flush at the bottom then. And that's about 1/4 inch. I can always adjust it if I don't have enough speed, height. Or I could do what they say, 1/2 inch. So this is the one they say not to over tighten. Okay, yeah. You could see why. You'd probably go through the plastic pretty quick. Okay, that'll do. Okay, let's go. Okay. What's the next steps? The computer. Control board is what they call it. Stairway. Yeah, the fan to the right. And it's with T-nuts and some bolts that I have yet to see. Some shorter M5s. Oh, look, there they are. Where else is there? Connect the red wire to the port next to the red mark. Oh, okay. They mean the motor. The hole is not big enough or something. Let's see. Really? Yeah, the start of the hole is too. I'm gonna power it through, see what happens. Oh, it's okay with this, but it's still rough. The other one's just popped in. Oh, that's weird. Alright. So the fan towards the right on the left part of this. Okay. I think I'm going to put some tape over this if I start cutting metal, because I want aluminum chips to go in there. I'll see. Don't want it overheating either. no, it's not in. All right. I guess from then on it's cables wire because it just gives me the wire diagram. Yep, cables and software. So we're done. That did not take 2 hours. I don't think so, did it? No. Okay. So this is, I am guessing, yeah, it is for the spindle. So spindle is top here. Is that in this orientation? Put the fan there, yeah it is. So spindle is, oh it says so here, okay. Spindle. Click. So this is what the more expensive ones will get you. Some nice cable, I don't know what they call it, rails or cable management, let's call it. But for the price, this will still do lots of cool jobs. And I'm excited to try it. Okay, so I got this, and this is, I assume, for X and Y, and this is probably for Z since it's by itself. They do not say, but I guess I can guess if that fits. Where is Z? Z motor, Y motor. Okay. I just realized there's no limit switches on this, which it's fine. Just gotta make sure that when you write stuff for it, you know your limits and your sizes, because it's gonna try to keep going. Okay. So this, gotta make sure, I guess you split the cables. So I don't want to split them too early on this side. Y motor, X motor. Keep them as one going down. Split them only when I have to. Keep them nice and tidy. Okay. So where is this? Has to go here. And this here. So this is Y. Y would be this one. So we come here. And X would be here. Okay. Cool. I think that's it. You just gotta power this thing on and get it going, which we will do right now. So there was a little bit of extras. There's one of the springs, so the one I damaged, I won't need it, but I'm gonna keep it and try to fix it. There's one T-nut extra. There's 2 of those bolts because I lost one here, and there's a coupler, an extra. Well, that's pretty cool if you strip a Allen nut. Okay, so let's put that aside. Turn this around towards you. I will. There is the offline controller. It doesn't talk about it in the instructions, I guess. Maybe later. Let's see. Software and drivers, which I will not need. You never really need to put drivers. Maybe with all computers you need them. Okay, offline controller. There is that. When using the offline controller, remove the USB cable from the PC. They can be used together. Connect it to the PC. Connect it to the bottom of here. I will not use this on a PC. I don't tend to use my CNCs on a PC. I like just using the offline controllers. That's my opinion, the best way. Okay, so this goes here. Oh, I'll put the other one here because it twists on the right side. Yep, that's the way to go. That looks like it came straight out of 1982. That's crazy. Can you see it? It's out of focus. It's wild. But if it works, it works. So there it goes. I should have done that when it was down there. Offline, is it bottom left? No, it's not what this is. I think this image is another board because there is no free spot that fits this except here, so there it goes. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna do next because the job I want to do is gonna cut through, and I don't want to ruin my nice aluminum spoil board on day one. So I'm gonna glue those on with instant glue. I can just pop them off later when I want to replace them, but they'll last a long time. I think this dried up on me. This is 3mm base wood that I... does super glue not work on aluminum? No, I'm not sure I'm gonna use this. It should work. Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, I need to put more of it. It's gonna pop right off if you want to, but once you clamp your stuff against this, it doesn't even need glue. So that's more for it not to fall off between uses. And at 3mm, if you're cutting through that by accident, your program was seriously wrong. So it's enough protection. I used to put big pieces of MDF on there, and you just lose all your vertical space. So no more of that. That's perfect. And that looks cool too. As I said earlier, I'm not a fan of the gray color of aluminum. So I'm happy this machine is black. Looks cool. This one might pop off. I didn't put a lot of glue on compared to all the other ones. Okay, let's power this. I think that is all. Oh, I just realized it doesn't talk about it in the instructions, but it comes with those cable management things. That's really cool. I will rewire them like this and a bunch of them, but I'm not gonna do that now because that would be boring for this video. So I'm gonna do that later or tomorrow. But that's cool that they included this because I can't say I was a fan of all those cables, but they offer a solution for it. The instructions do not mention this, so if you want to do it before you plug them all in, I guess you should, but it's really easy to redo this, so I'm not worried. Typical AC connector. It has 2 power plugs. I'm not sure why. 2 of those. And they're not the same either. That's weird. One's like a little rounded, one's square. That's strange. Well, this one wins. It also comes with a USB key, which I think is for the drive, I think it's for the drivers that I said you don't need, which I'm pretty sure you don't. Tie wraps, little pointy bits that I'm not going to use today. I'm going to use those, which are from Genmitsu too. They're square end bits, 3mm, yeah, 3mm. And they do much better job for the kind of job that I'm doing today versus those which are more for like little engravings and drawings and stuff. Okay, let's put all this aside. I'm gonna put my bit before I put some power on there in case something happens. Should have raised Z a little bit more. So, usually, the wrenches there. It's those the ER, I think 11 collets they call them. So you could put a 1/4 inch bit on this if you would want to. I don't know if it's a good idea. Probably not. Oh shit! It fell in there. Yep, I should have raised a lot more before I installed it. So keep that in mind if you want to. There's no like little switch to turn it, so it's stuck there for now. Yeah, that was loose. I need a lot of clearance though to do what I want to do later. 25, a little bit more. If I break the bit, so be it. So how much is that? 27. Okay, that'll do. Might as well put my piece of wood right now too. Yeah, I cannot put my piece of wood on. I need to raise it. So now it's time to power it for real. Is there not a power cable? Oh yeah, there's two. And I'm looking for it. There. So the power is behind the table there. I can go plug it. And I'll bring the camera closer so you can see what's going on. Put it on off, put the power, put it on. Okay. Can hear fans, so I guess something. Oh, okay. The offline controller is control, I guess. Okay. Oh. And how do I? How do I do Z? Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's pretty simple. How do I change the steps? Okay. Oh, I already got this. It's pretty simple. So let's go clamp this down and get that job started. So this is what it comes with. We're going to use what it comes with. So I guess it goes like this. Oh, okay, it's the nut. Okay, I get it. The nut holds it under the T-track. Okay, there's different screws. Which one is it? I'm not sure. There's big square bolts and there's, I guess it's not the square ones, but it's the round ones. So do you, they're not an example or something. I'm not used to those clamps. Guess not. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, I think I got it. This goes in there. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. I'm a little stupid now. I did not get how those clamps work. There's none in there. For sure there's a bolt that goes in the middle there somehow. both go on there? Yeah, maybe that's it. That would be reverse. I got it. The square one in the back. The round one here because it squeezes against the top of the T-track with the T-nut on top. And I guess they put a washer here. So I think that was how it was. And you put that deeper if you want an angle. Yeah, that's it. Figured it out. Alright. Sorry it took this long. It actually is very tight once it works. I'm just going to need to. I think so anyway. I keep losing stuff in the dog holes. I'm gonna have to go clean up later. I should make covers so those for when they're not in use. That would be pretty cool. So almost done. A wing nut. Then I'm gonna be starting this program really quick because the programming is already done. No computer work. There's some much better clamps that exist that you can get. I'm probably not going to use those ones, but they do clamp well. Just not super practical. I will not want to be playing with those every day. I'm gonna put two more just in case. Don't want to be scared the whole time that it shifts. Since this machine is new to me and I don't know how it's gonna go. Yeah, that's not the clamps that I would choose at all. My fingers are too big for this. Trying to find that bolt that is on. Okay. We're gonna just run with 3 clamps. That's gonna be fine. I hate this clamps. They're not fun at all to use. Maybe I'm using them wrong too, but I don't think so. Found that bolt. Because I do want that fourth one. Okay, oops. I'm gonna go zero the bit right on the top middle of my piece, because that's what I did in my program. Oh, I hate those clamps, man. Yeah, buy you some clamps if you're doing this. This sucks. You cannot be using those if you have somewhat big fingers. It's just not good. All right, that's gonna be enough. So bring the bit right in the middle. I actually like this controller. It's very simple. Put the steps to 1. And then how do you 0? I'm gonna press OK. It might start the spindle because it says OK and spindle. So we'll see. It did start the spindle. Very slowly. Maybe if I hold, it is gonna exit. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna file, I guess. I'm not sure about the zeroing yet though. Ready to print. No, I'm not ready. I want to make sure it's zeroed, so I'm not sure what to do. Control. Do I press? Let me see. There's some stuff. I'm looking at instructions because there were steps. Okay, yeah. It probably explains all this in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't talk about zeroing, which is weird. Does it just assume all axes are at 0 when it starts? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm asking ChatGPT. I'm a little confused. I asked it if it just assumes the axes are at 0. It says no. Use 0. Yeah, there's none of that. ChatGPT loves to invent shit that doesn't exist. Okay, so it says pretty much it starts as a run. We're gonna give it a try. So if it breaks a bit, it breaks a bit. That's a sacrifice I'm gonna do. So there's no 0. I'm not gonna invent an option that doesn't exist. So Jewel, ready to print, okay. Let's move everything out of the way. This doesn't work right. Maybe I can try it on the computer. And I press OK. Show you what I'm making. I'm making 6 box on the 3020 CNC. It's the exact same file, so. plywood. I'd be tempted to say I started it this way. But I think I'm going to do the vacuum cleaner. I went pretty conservative with the settings. I went at 1.4 millimeters per layer. Clearly looking at it now, it could have been 2, or maybe even 3. It's doing this pretty easily. It could go faster, I guess. I just didn't want to have to go back to the computer and redo the program before I finish. shit. I don't know. Yep, I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to go watch that again. But that was not what was supposed to happen. Okay. Yeah, what the hell? I'll have to rewatch what happened. It was going well until it happened. Yeah, no, you're right. So I'll stop at this for tonight. Clearly that was not because of the CNC, but my program went rogue or something. Damn, what the hell? It managed to cut that? I'm so surprised. Why? So once it finished that hole, it didn't rise the bit to go wherever it needed to go. Well, I'm glad it didn't seem to have broken anything else than a bit. So, yeah, whatever. That's what I get for going to start the barbecue for my dinner while I'm doing CNC work, which we shouldn't do. And that's a good lesson. At least nothing is ruined. Did it hit a bit or something? A clamp? I guess it did, huh? Where is the bit? It's stuck in the wood. It cut all the way through that. Nice. That's deep. I am surprised. Oh yeah, it broke for sure. I'm wondering where. Gotta be somewhere. Doesn't seem to be in the wood because it exited on the... Yeah, whatever. That was a short-lived bit, but shit happens. But yeah, the cut is really nice on the... What it actually did. Let me try to align this on the camera. It's super smooth. It's really nice. The surfacing here is nice. The hole is nice. Yeah, I wonder what happened, to be honest. Yeah, I would say that, but yeah. I'm happy of the results up until then. I will have to investigate my G code, which I assume is responsible for what happened here. I prepared it earlier, and I guess, yeah, that sucks. It's strange, yeah, you can see that it finished the hole and just went. Why would it even want to go there? That is strange. I will have to investigate, but I have no doubt that this wasn't the CNC, as it did exactly what I was told until that step was done. So I'm gonna go with the ncviewer.com thing that you drop your G code in there. See what it does after that hole. Strange. I'm kind of impressed though that I managed to make it out without breaking like here. This is packed with dust too. I can't even get it out by tapping. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. That's gonna. I wish to finish with a box, but I'm gonna review this machine anyway, so I'm gonna make stuff with it, and I'm gonna redo this, but not today. And I guess the goal of this video was more to get it going. So it works. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see me play with this machine some more. It's gonna have a review. It's gonna have a